Hello, people of the internet watching videos that have to do with automobiles. Welcome to this. My 1974 RA21 Toyota Celica with a 2UZ V8 swap into it. If you're new and you like to get caught up on that project, up above my head is possibly a link to the last video where I worked on it, or also it could be a map to finding squids in your pants. Today's mission, assemble.
Over the past week, instead of taking time off and spending it with friends and family and celebrating the holidays, I celebrated work by finishing up some stuff on this car that was tedious, like putting these rear window regulators together and lubing them with lube from Japan, because the car's from Japan, and that matters. And just as one cannot debate whether Die Hard is a Christmas movie, same goes for whether or not Wu-Tang shall be listened to on all holidays, because Wu-Tang is forever.
I had to put my little microphone on because it is raining so hard outside right now. I don't think you can hear it. Hopefully you can't. It's really loud without them. This glass got so dirty. These rear quarter glasses have about 1 million different adjustments. They can adjust up, down, left, right, and then also the tracks can adjust this way. You can see where these used to be adjusted, and I'm gonna use that as a starting point. Put that like right there. At least it's super comfy in here. I'm gonna show you my feet. That's a bad move on YouTube.
Tighten this with a wrench so I can see if it's spinning on the inside.
Goes all the way down. Goes all the way up. The glass is really close to the outside edge, so I want to adjust that. So in order to do this, there you go, let's bring it away from the edge. Adjusting quarter glass when you have no B-pillar is a delicate balance because you have to get it to match up to the door as well. Anybody that's ever owned a vehicle with frameless doors can appreciate how critical it is not to have air gaps along the top edge. And also, it's already the next day because this is the most time-consuming part of a project car restoration. This right here that you see in my hands is the reason why older generations say that new cars aren't made like they used to be. Because of the fact that I am able to hammer out this trim and make it look just good as new. In modern trim, you can't hammer it out. It's just you could throw it away and get new, younger, better looking trim. And then people like me end up alone with cats. I'm not gonna spend a ton of time on this because I am gonna spend a ton of time on this. You're not gonna have to. I'm gonna sit here for the next couple hours listening to Wu-Tang Clan while I sand this, and we'll move on. Remember that area that was all dented? Not like pasta being finished, but that's finished. Give this a fresh wipe with some wax and grease remover. This stuff right here blocks wind and also prevents rattles. It's a little thinner than the original, but it's okay. We'll get the job done. I wonder if I should use butyl up there instead of foam, because foam will retain moisture, but butyl won't, and that will create a seal and creep. I don't want to take any chances of corrosion, so I think this makes a little bit more sense to put a bead rubber sealant. I gotta do this part fast because this stuff sets up in a couple minutes. I just need a thin bead. That'll keep the water from getting inside here. Now this has to go on underneath this. You have no idea how satisfying it is snapping this rubber into its channel. Kind of like you touch the clams inside the package at the produce counter. Wait, I'm dumb. I have to do this on the car. How else am I supposed to get to the screws? Alright, oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be lots of fun.
Not only is the glass itself adjustable, but so isn't the positioning of this trim.
I don't like the camera being that close to my face. You can see the pores. Get that pulled up. It's already after 4 o'clock. I've been working on this thing for 7 hours now, and I probably filmed like 2 minutes of footage. This is crazy. Being extremely anal with how well I adjusted the lower half of the glass paid off because I really don't have to do any further adjustments. Preliminary test. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. In addition to the preliminary test fit, the longer I leave the glass up into that channel, the more it's gonna break in and fit even tighter as time goes on. Let's see what happens when I shut it. I'm stuck. Well, It has now been an entire week since I started filming this video, and I did a bunch of work off camera. All of the glass is now adjusted exactly where it needs to be. You can see the glass goes into the rubber seal, nice and even all the way up. The corners nice and tucked up inside there when you roll up the glass. Same with this little piece. And driver's side, you can see again, the B-pillar area, gap is nice all the way down. Glass goes up into the rubber, even on this glass, which was super hard to get this just perfect so that it closes and goes just past the rubber seal. These are the original door cards to the car. There's no tears on them. It looks like there's some wrinkles, but that's just from sitting in my garage for the past 9 months. They'll go away once they're on the car. The problem is the carpet is super faded, as you can see. I have new carpet for it to match the floor, but they are stitched to the vinyl border, which is then looks like they use a heat crimping method. And this is actually 2 pieces of vinyl, because on the back side it's wrapped around and stapled in place, and you can see where there's 2 pieces right here. A more intelligent version of me in a parallel universe would have sent those to an upholstery shop while I was doing everything else on the car for the past 9 months, but I'm stuck in this universe and this happened. Let's see if I can restore these door cards. This isn't exactly a good staple removal tool, but it'll work. Undo these. Okay, the bottom is free. There it is. So this little square of carpet is stitched on the back side. So it's just a thin piece of vinyl that goes all the way around it, and it's sewn. I can't replicate the heat crimp, but I can replicate stitch probably. I just ordered a sewing machine. So this right here is my extra carpet. If I have my own sewing machine, I in theory won't even ever need another upholstery shop, because I can just do it myself. Complete. So I want to put the fabric underneath like that. All right. I'm gonna have to melt this edge. Okay, make sure I get that corner. So here is your before, and there will be after. There's a piece I just cut out, laid on top. I think it actually goes really well with the vinyl up top. And when paired with the carpet and the floor, it'll tie everything together nicely. Now that I got that stuff cut out, these right here are back from powder coating, and they are the seat brackets that I had to modify to work with the new Recaro. No longer need this stuff back here. So one of you kindly sent me this set of hollow point punches, and these are gonna come in super handy. Make sure that's tight. So he said, flip this up. This is gonna be a permanent location. Well, that was a little too aggressive. I just ruined that punch. Whoops. Probably should have did this on a piece of wood, but sometimes I don't do things that are intelligent. That looks pretty good right there. Ouch. Well, this isn't exactly the right tool for the job. I'm gonna make a mess of my soldering iron, but I know what you're gonna say. They make a tool for this job, and if I had the tool for this job, I wouldn't be using my soldering iron because I have to clean it afterwards, and it's not gonna be fun. Because this isn't threaded and it has a massive hole, it actually has a nut that goes in the bottom, and I'm gonna keep it how it is from the factory. As much as I don't like that, I'd rather not reinvent the wheel here. So what I'm gonna do is a little bit of surgery by removing this molded hoof area. The factory, the carpet didn't come all the way up to this pinch weld. It stopped down there, but I'm doing it a little bit different than factory. Yeah, that gives me a little extra. It looks like some kind of disgusting carpet cake with icing on it. Like robots like carpet cake, probably. Vacuum robots. I just said that happened. Okay, that's a lot of edge I'm gonna have to melt. So these are the door sills. I think they're made out of pot metal. There's a little lip that goes over the carpet and will hold it in place. Experiment. Put the glass down and test. It doesn't interfere with it. Before, this only had to pinch down over a tiny thin strip of vinyl.
but the carpet is like 4 times as thick. Now that pushes down nice and flat just like it would have. There's obviously a little gap because the rubber seal goes right there, but yeah, that's perfect. Yep, the area by the carpet is all munched up. I gotta fix that. Wow, that worked better than I thought it would. There's some dings right there from people getting in and out of the car. Looks like a heel. Same process as the top molding. I can see the dings right there. This should be a little bit easier because it's so thin, but also I can tear through it, so I gotta be careful. Now I just gotta scuff up the areas right here a little bit. Somebody's upset right now because I just cut up that carpet for those seat brackets, but I have a solution. Ironically, it's the exact same size as this book. In the words of Dave Coulier, I need to cut it out. I just made somebody laugh. So this right here goes right here underneath that seat mount, and I'll tuck in. And then when this is over it, you won't see any floor. It'll have carpet underneath. That's nice. So now I just gotta pretty up this hole and we're good. Seatbelt hole. This should be fun. Center of the hole is probably right here. All right, I think I know how I'm gonna do this. Woohoo, that is so close. The jute is supposed to be stuck to the bottom of the carpet. And the best way to do this, since I have the custom subframe connector, is what I like to call spray and pray. The carpet knows where it is because it knows where it isn't. And that's how this works. Now, my little piece that goes right here, tack it in place so it's removable for cleaning. That's all it needs to hold it in place right there. Whoa, it's spraying all crazy. Got a wild night of sex. I forgot what movie that's from. This is not fun. This is not fun. So, well, this is like copper. Check that out. The rails on the bottom of the seat are copper. That's something they probably don't do anymore. Oh, that'll be good. That'll be really good. It holds the carpet in place. And yes, they are different colors, but they were different colors from the factory. They use different hues of human excrement as styling cues in the 70s, apparently. And I'm all for it. Obviously, I'm wearing a snot-colored hoodie right now. A few of you had asked about this in a past video, this vinyl-backed giant piece of jute. The vinyl part is in good shape, and yes, it's another day. Let's not talk about how many days are in this video. I'm slightly losing my mind at this point and falling drastically behind. You're probably asking yourself, why would I not just replace the entire thing? Why would I try to save essentially a glorified trash bag? And the reason is because restoration, not replaceation, it's restoration. I know there's at least one fellow millennial watching this right now that thought it was hilarious to pinch little air pockets in their pottery and stick them in the kiln with all the other students in middle school and then have it explode and take out all the other projects. And in hindsight, yes, that is absolutely hilarious. But what's not hilarious is not paying attention in art class, because I'm using those skills right now. They came in useful in life later. And what I'm saying right now makes no sense whatsoever. And if I was smart and self-aware, I would probably edit this out of my YouTube video. I keep talking and making this worse. Oh. And shapes. Ta-da! Peel it away, peel it away, peel it away now. And permeated into this is all of the farts of the 1970s. All of them. Peel it away, peel it away, peel it away now. It's peeled. I don't know what Wookiee pubes look like, but this is what Wookiee pubes look like. And if Cisco taught me anything about how many licks to the center of jute,
I know this will not smell nearly as bad as the stuff on the outside. Makes them sticky. Ooh, this smells like I'm gonna be busy. Be good at arts and crafts. Luckily, I got some working time. Oh, my little square cutout wasn't perfect, but I can fix that.
It looks like I missed. There's little notches at the bottom.
Fresh and new. Still looks like the original piece, and this is restored, not replaced. Goes right here. It goes this way, my bad. It goes this way.
Now that is perfectly insulated and ready for the seat back in the package shelf.
These are ready for plastic, and the carpet, that side is ready for me to bolt the seat in. This side I gotta do the same. I know you guys are itching to see the engine related stuff, but I am at the mercy of the company that manufactures the ECU for this thing. It's the holidays and I haven't heard back from them, so soon as I get the ECU, I'm gonna start on the engine stuff. But in the meantime, my goal for the next video is to have this interior like 95% ready to roll, with the exception of the HVAC stuff. I gotta wait until the engine's in before I plumb my lines for the AC and the heater core, and then that can go back in the car. And with that said, thank you guys for being patient with me through this part of the build. It's difficult to make videos on this type of stuff because the bulk of the internet just wants to see 24-hour builds, and I'm trying my best to make this stuff interesting and do a quality job and not cut corners on this car. So I'll see you guys soon with another video. Bye.